JunqYard gang.
Where is this nigga at?
He sent the message that he was running late.
Man, he sends that every week.
Every week, he still got the same kids. Every week, he's like, "Oh, I got some new kids."
Like
he
doesn't.
Kids I'm dealing with.
He doesn't think about starting like 45 minutes earlier. So
Right, never.
I got.
You want to do this right now? Yeah, let me tell you. He's getting yelled at again by Abigail.
Yeah,
we know
he
this.
is. Yeah.
He fucked up. Just like you. She said, "Why are you doing this with the kids now? Don't you got a show to be shooting?"
Every Sunday, Jesse. Every Sunday.
I know I'm doing it. I'm good. I'm good at fuck. I know what I'm doing. JunqYard gang. Here he is.
I told y'all.
Okay. Yeah. That's what you was doing with that. I thought you was helping the kids. I thought you was doing something with the kids.
No, look at him. He looked like he been crying. Abby been yelling
he was
at him.
drunk in the bathroom crying. Abigail kept saying, "You got a show to do. What you doing? Leave me alone.
Don't make me come see you."
She's actually in the bathroom right now. She slid the phone under the door.
That nigga said, "Don't make me come see you."
Is that Brother Black down there?
Yeah, we got Brother Black with us tonight.
What's cracking, brother?
What's good, bro?
It's dark as fuck. Where you at?
All right.
I had to create an ambiance on my Kevin Samuel shit, face ass. Fuck you, Kevin.
All right. Well, if you y'all can't tell, I already did hit record. So, as we stand, this is in fact another episode of the goddamn JunqYard gang. Welcome, everyone.
What up,
language?
How's everybody doing?
As my
What
son would
fucking
say.
language? What's wrong with my fucking language?
Sound like the
first of all, everyone knows this is how you get monetized is with swear words on YouTube. So this is how you get the most amount of money.
But
so every time I say fuck,
if we didn't swear, would it be JunqYard gang?
I think he read that article all wrong.
It was opposite day actually when I read that.
You took opposite day way too far, bro.
I go backwards down university that day too. It's a crazy day. So you know, Jesse, tragically, unfortunately, I thought we were going to do the fighting with friends, but BJ keeps reminding me that he's not going to do it. So, or excuse me, not reminding me. He told me he's not going to do it today. He's not prepared. He has let us down. So
it's not like
he
that.
Didn't let us
asshole.
down,
Set in
asshole.
stone or anything.
I know it was set in stone. It was
no, y'all go ahead
and read it. Something like that, right?
Y'all go ahead and get y'all jokes out. Go ahead and
get Arthur and the sword and stone type shit, right?
Get your jokes out, dude.
Read it, whore.
I thought we were pulling the sword out and
get your jokes out.
Who called me a whore?
No, he said that's what you said to me. He said, get your jokes out because I'm going to tell him what really happened. First of all, Chefin comes to the show unprepared like fucking usual and want everybody else to do the work. So he was like, yo, I'm going to have the blind dude try to read some small ass cards and run the show tonight.
Say it ain't so.
So how am I
didn't know it involved cards. Remember, because I kept asking you what was the idea of
and
the
then
game.
He was like,
let's wait till I'll wait to tell you.
Wait a minute. When I first told you about the fight with friends thing, he sent you a link so you could watch it. You're telling me you didn't watch it? So you
didn't know what it was about? I did watch it. I didn't remember seeing.
Yeah, I do. I don't lying his ass off.
He comes with the facts.
I don't remember seeing the cards. Where are the cards, my nigga? Show me the cards.
The more he lies, the brighter he gets. And look at he's glowing right now.
Right?
Turn the sun down in your room.
Oh, light bright ass. Yo, no.
Medium deep roast no more, my brother.
Yeah, right.
And then he was like, Jesse, he was like, yo, so you can't freestyle it? I'm like, if I got to freestyle it, why can't you do it?
Right.
I thought, I mean, he's the one who came up with the goddamn idea. I thought it was his thing.
And then he was like, well, BJ, how about you find, he was like, how about you find a pick one? I'm like, what do you not understand about me not being able to see the damn screen? like everybody is
everyone you can zoom in, you can make shit large. Okay,
bruh, everybody is complete blurs on the screen right now. The only reason why I could tell who you are is because you're the brightest Negro on the screen right now.
you know what? That's sexist.
I think he makes a point.
So I can solve the argument. How about somebody send me the link and I'll read the shit off and solve the problem?
That's the thing. I would have to ship you a box of cards.
Oh, that sort of link.
Cards in the video.
Yeah.
Wait, so D, you're just totally useless today?
Yes,
Whoa,
and he's always
wait a minute.
useless unless it comes to NBA facts.
Today,
I ain't never seen this side of Chef, and I like it. I like it.
What are you talking about?
He's always
I like it.
he's always
this is
prepared for this
Black-
podcast.
You are speechless.
Listen, Black,
We
you
are.
sound like
This is
you
being
acting
hosted on the
responsible.
Samsung as we speak. Okay. All
What did
right.
you
This
say?
is my
Hey.
my computer. So I mean, being
Black,
used. I am
Brother
the
Black
vessel
said,
in which
right?
we are making it to the internet. All right.
I
He's
think
They rag your
Skynet
ass,
right now.
no homo, when you
I
taking
think
it
Black said-
seriously.
Black said he's never seen you this irresponsible. Okay.
Shit, he's
Shit,
speechless
around
right
here that's
now.
an everyday
Shit.
thing. That's an everyday
You never
thing
seen
around
me
here.
be irresponsible?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you say nothing, babe. We good. We good.
So D, let me ask you, what do you got planned for the show today?
Well, first of all, let's start with a fuck you. Number two, let's get into very deep, ethnocentric, geographically. I'm out of big words. I'm immediately out of big words.
What's
What?
fuck you? Is that a game?
Oh, that's
we gonna
French for
play?
fuck you.
Oh.
Yeah.
This
So
whole
you
show
just
is
meant that.
okay. So we
I
got
see. Okay.
basically 42 minutes of nothing about to happen because D was playing.
Balls rolling. Balls
Because
rolling.
D is useless.
Yeah.
So on the
Jesse,
fly,
I'm with you.
what topics you got, Chefin? What other
You
topics
know, I
you
got
got?
a
Take another
question.
sip for me.
I
Take
got a
another
question.
sip for me.
I do have a question. What do you think, individually, that is? What's the best video game of all time, and what system is it on?
Oh, I can tell this was on some on the fly shit because you didn't really have anything if you going with video games because you don't talk about video games at all.
Well, I actually just bought a new video game.
Yeah, you know what?
Bought a
Yeah.
new one.
Unless it's like
360?
Soul Calibur or Army of Two
Xbox
or
360.
Ghost Recon. That's it.
Oh, I love that. Ghost Recon 2?
Or
I love that.
Battlefield. That's
I
it.
love that. 3, Battlefield 2, 3, and 4. They're fun.
Arsonist said he's not for your bullshit, yo. He said you ain't gonna
Right.
patronize him today, motherfucker. He said you will not.
I'm calling him out on everything. He gonna lie about the whole
He said,
blind
you know
thing.
fucking name game, and I'm a fucking gamer. He said,
Black-
why would I ever
Black-
come to your fucking house and game with you?
Right.
When?
Brother, let's start with you,
Name
man.
a time,
What do you think?
motherfucker. When?
Oh, wait, wrong one. Hold up. Here we go. Brother Black, what you think? What's the best video game, and what system is it on?
For me, best video game system. I don't know. I have to go through times. I mean, I've had my 2K time. I've had my live time. Like right now, 2K is running the sports like basketball.
Yeah.
As far as for me, shooting, I would say either Call of Duty or Apex. That's what I'm really into. I just got my shorty a Switch. I ain't really got into the online game modes. I talked to Arsonist and told him I was gonna get in there and kick his ass, just talking shit. But I'm gonna get into that news and pros in a minute. Try and give me some more
My wife be on
platforms and
that
touch
Switch.
bases on, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
but I had to-
I welcome you to catch these hands any day you want. Come on, just bring the
What's
song.
the Switch? Switch.
I can dig it.
The Nintendo
All
Switch.
platforms.
See, that's the thing. How did he come up with this question and don't even know what a Nintendo Switch is?
Because I play Xbox 360. Because I'm not
Right.
saying
You are.
I just bought it last year with COVID.
That was like 10 years ago.
He's a whole two generations
no,
behind.
check it. Hey, y'all, listen. I'm gonna explain D's game knowledge. I'm gonna explain D's game knowledge real quick, okay?
This brother said 360.
Let's see. GoldenEye.
I'm shocked and appalled.
Let's say GoldenEye. Then you got random fucking
Nintendo 64.
military games. Then you got Soul Calibur. And then you got random. Oh, I'm sorry. You have San Andreas. It's in there.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic. It actually
I think
doesn't.
I think that's where it's at with D. That's where it stops with D.
He's a whole two generations
his
behind.
video, right? His video game encyclopedia ain't that deep.
No,
He's a specific nigga.
I'm a banger.
Nigga.
So if you mention Grand Theft Auto,
He
for me the
played
fastest one
the first
introduction
Grand
for
Theft
me
Auto. That was it.
was the
And
one with
Bird's eye
the
GTA 5. I'm on GTA 5 on the 360. Okay.
Wow.
All right. So Jesse, so what you think? What's the best video game of all time? What system?
But I can't. You can't really say the best video game of all time. Me, hands down, I think. I can go from system to system to tell you what games I think are the best for each systems, because for me, the Far Cry series is dope. But if we talking about older generations of games,
I never did like Far Cry.
If you talking about, let's say, Sega Genesis, for me it's like games like Beyond Oasis or Primal Instinct or True Lies, shit like that. You know, you're talking about Nintendo. I'm going back to like shit like Super
Double
Metroid,
Dribble.
like Double Dribble, you know, right. Target Renegade, Battletoads, shit like that. So you can't just be like, oh, what's the best video game of all time? You know,
why not?
You can't. It's too many games and too many different consoles.
What's the best style then? Maybe that's the better question. What's the best style?
That's still not even a question.
Right.
Yeah, I don't get what you mean by style.
You go from games that look like you have Call of Duty type games, and then you got games that look like Wet, for instance.
Yeah.
Or even the new like some games have not actual graphics, but like cell shading. Like the Zelda on Switch. The Zelda on Switch, the graphics on that are dope, but it's not like realistic graphics, but it's still dope.
See, D, this is what happens when you don't prepare for a show. You get schooled on your own question.
You see him?
What are you talking about? I'm not here to argue with anybody about it. I'm just asking questions. And everybody knows no matter what y'all say anyway. And like army games and some racing games are the best ones. Everyone knows this.
Okay, I'm gonna argue. I'm gonna throw one out for Arsonist just to fuck with him. The best game that was ever made was on Ghost, Call of Duty Ghost, the Extinction series. Fuck y'all, that was the best game ever made.
You talking about with the aliens? With the aliens that you
exactly. Yep, that was the best game ever made. Just to fuck with him.
It was one of the funner modes, but don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself.
Why not, bro? That shit was dope.
No, that was one of the funner modes. Like it was like zombies for the people that don't know. It was zombies, but it was aliens.
In the Call of Duty series?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Yeah.
Huh.
It was sort of Left 4 Dead-ish at the same time.
Okay.
Because Ghost was like the worst Call of Duty to me.
Yeah, it was the worst one, but that mode was the thing that
a lot of people didn't like Ghost.
Yeah. So everybody bought it just for that mode, but that game, the story itself was trash. It was Andrew Boo Boo Water the Third. It was
just had to fuck with you. Just had to fuck with you.
Charles, let me ask you then, bro. What you thinking, man? What's the best video game or system of all time?
I don't play games.
Charles don't play games.
That ain't true. You playing them basketball.
Charles plays shit like FIFA. He plays shit like FIFA.
Yeah, that was about, I played FIFA,
He whacked his hell at FIFA. Let's clarify. He one of the worst soccer players
I played
ever.
Madden too.
Ever.
I like Madden, but I don't like no shooting games because I don't know how to play those shits. I can never control the sticks, so
since
I
he
don't fuck
didn't
with shooting games.
Since he didn't have a topic, how come did he hit y'all with the topic like he was asking us what y'all think was gonna happen with Biden and Kamala? Come on, Chef, and get with the shits, bro. Get it together.
Nothing. We all gonna get fucked like we've been getting fucked. We all gotta keep going to work still.
That's the inevitable. What you thought we wasn't? What are you talking about?
If there was any true progress in the world, no, we would stop fucking working. We wouldn't need any need for food, shelter, or education, son. Okay, we get free drugs, free alcohol, free food, free video games, free sliding, free roller skates.
Why do you talk sometimes, bro?
Hey, I think he goes out just to make himself look stupid. Like,
yeah.
Free skates. What are we getting skates for?
Look, maybe a blind nigga like yourself ain't skating nowhere. I'm skating everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna fucking skate everywhere. All right? I don't care where we at. I'm skating if I get the free skates, but I ain't paying for them. That's the point I'm trying to make here. So,
I
call me crazy. Call me crazy.
I guess.
So, my question to you, brother: what's the best video game and system of all time?
To who?
He's asking me. He's asking me this time.
See, now when you ask a question like what's the best system of all time, you could actually you could somehow answer that, but like it's not, you can't really, like, come on, D.
Thank you, Jesse. Like, I'm happy you're saying this, because if I say it, I'm gonna come off as an asshole.
First of all, man, just saying that makes you an asshole. Okay.
Okay, so like I have something for the best video game tattooed on me. Zelda.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Zelda right. is one of the coldest games ever. But I could give you a list of games that you must have to play. If you're gonna get into video games, you must play these, like Far Cry, Left 4 Dead, Last of Us, BioShock.
Games like that I don't really like playing. There's too much story to it. I like a lot more like blowing shit up, I guess.
That's the thing. I think your idea of video games is like the old idea of video games, because these video games have $1 million budgets and a rival movie.
He just explained to you what his idea of video games was, BJ. I'm gonna tell you in 2 words what his idea of video games were. He just told you, just explosion and shit. Nuketown. Over and over and over and over and over and over.
And I hate people like that.
No. That being said, I never did like Call of Duty like that, especially not the online shit. I did not like multiplayer. That's where Battlefield has always beat Call of Duty. Multiplayer is way better on Battlefield than Call of Duty.
The Battlefield Call of Duty Battlefield multiplayer. I think there's more depth to it than Call of Duty.
Sure. This is how I explain it. Call of Duty is an arcade shooter.
Oh, absolutely.
You just run and you shoot. There's tactics in Battlefield.
It's like Area 51.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Oh, that's a classic goddamn game. I love that game right there for sure.
Let me explain this to you, D. These games have $1 million budgets now. They're rivaling movies. So if you play like The Last of Us 2 now, it's a 30-hour movie.
That's crazy.
It's that dope. And
a game like that might be interesting because just the graphics alone sell me on paying attention or being interested in it. But
you can't just do it off of graphics too.
Graphics for, especially when you get bigger into the fantasy shit.
You get caught slipping like that.
I'll just be like, man, this could never happen.
You pay $60. You pay $60 for some trash.
Right. That's how I feel. Like,
and I do it at least once or twice a month.
Speaking of $60, I got my Xbox and like 12 games plus a controller, and it's like the oldest version of it for $60. So pretty good deal. You can't beat that.
D, you're gonna have to upgrade.
No, son, they cost too much, man. They cost way too much.
Then how are you going to ask this question when you haven't even played a bunch of the games that came out?
Well, because it stops at the 360.
Hey, BJ. This is the same nigga who would hit the lottery and buy a jetpack.
And on that note, I'm done with the show.
Because I actually think that the best system of all time, in fact, is the Dreamcast. I fucking love playing that. I love the
Dreamcast was
controllers.
dope though.
The graphics were great for just about any game you played on it.
The little mini game pack you could put in the controller.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
The whole problem with the Dreamcast was it was before its time. That's all.
Absolutely.
Yep. Exactly.
That's like that. I mean, I think the what was it? Was it Sega CD or Sega Saturn was the same way.
Yeah, Sega Saturn and the Sega CD. Yeah, all the Sega stuff was kind of before its time, like the 32X, and then you remember how you had the Sonic and
32X
Knuckles.
was dope. Yeah,
the Sonic and Knuckles that you put the other Sonic game on top of. Yeah. All of that stuff was ahead of its time. It's just
absolutely.
Now, if we talking,
I still play the Dreamcast. So
best video game of all time.
Yeah,
that's when the Dreamcast is when 2K got popping.
Yep.
I'd say probably
NFL 2K as well.
Yep.
GTA San Andreas. And it's probably the best video game of all time.
No.
I think that fully realized what GTA could be. That GTA never happened, 5 wouldn't have been what it is today. No. I think that changed the game as far as the environment, what you could do, all the mini games, the different weathers and shit. It just was really nice. It was really nice. It changed the game for me. Wasted lots of my life on it. Jesse, you remember when I lived in Altoona and you lived with me for a little bit back in the day?
Had that whole notebook.
Right, yep. But GTA or football, just get in that back room.
Hell yeah.
Fucking love San Andreas.
Drunk at night playing Soul Calibur.
Right. One more round, cuz.
Right.
Here's a thing that we can talk about too, and it kind of goes into music and streaming at the same time. You see now, if you stream music like on Twitch or anything like that, you're considered a felon. You can be considered a felon.
What? Oh, just because it's stealing, it's copyright infringement.
And the thing is, even if it's in the game. So if I play something like GTA and there's music on the radio on GTA, if that music comes over the stream, I can get in trouble for it.
That's crazy.
Yep,
that
not just.
Did they do that with movie clips though?
I don't know, but Facebook got this whole thing now where they have a deal with every record label that they can have music on their streams, and the streamer won't get in trouble. But everywhere else, YouTube and everything else. So if we was to play over a 10-second clip right now, we can all get in trouble. Of music. Yeah. So
what if we sing it a cappella? Does it count if it's someone else's music?
What if I say?
All right, everyone on 3. Poetry. Let's get that new T Swift. 1, 2, 3.
So what if we recite it like poetry?
I'm a rich white girl in America. No, I don't know. I don't know this. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think poetry would be a dope way to get past it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you was to spit some Outcast like it was poetry, I still say you should allow me to bump all my Kenny G that I want to bump during my stream.
Are you gonna pull out the Kenny G records?
If I'm playing like an extremely violent game like Mortal Kombat and I want to chill and listen to Kenny G at the same time, you should allow that to happen.
America.
Respect. I mean, I like to put on a little bit of politics in the background while I'm playing video games sometimes, so it really helps. You
don't play video games, so shut up.
You die a lot, huh?
I play GTA 5 on my 360. Okay. Oh, actually, I just got Call of Duty Black Ops. Okay, that's why I just got that in the mail.
You're only 10 years late.
So we're saying it's not a good game. I shouldn't play it.
No, you're so late. The servers are about to go down, bro. Like nobody's playing them.
Well, I'm not an Xbox Live subscriber. Let me clarify that. I don't pay for that shit. Okay?
What are you playing Call of Duty for?
That's really
the missions. I'm on campaign mode. What you talking about?
A lot of times, the missions are boo-boo. Like they're so short.
Oh yeah, they suck. They're easy. And aim assist, you can just gun right through them. Put them on hardest. You get all your what do they call those? Your achievements. You get all those unlocked. That's fun.
Stop lying. You've never played a game in your life on hard.
Cuz I double dare you come over here and play Battlefield with me, cuz. Double dare you.
I bet you my blind ass will still scope your brains out.
You know what? You know what?
Fuck with me, D.
Find them cards, cuz. Find them cards. I know you can see. I know you can see.
Bullshit.
I might be blind, but I'm still ready to give out smoke. Come on.
Man, you know what? Hold up. How do I can't figure out how to shut this down. I'm gonna do it though. Y'all keep pushing me. I'm gonna just shut it down.
You just click the right X at the top, and it'll close out your porn tab again. We can see right into your glasses again. Why don't you take off the glasses?
Y'all get them links? I sent them links last week. Y'all get them ones?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
No, my bad.
Nah.
I got a few different email addresses for y'all. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Why is it?
I'll send the link.
Dark again in the dark with glasses on again.
After your last apartment, dude. Like, what is your problem?
No, we live in a house now.
Oh, it makes a difference, yeah.
Oh, it does, you bastard.
The darkness is different in the house.
It's still dark, dick.
You know what?
Yeah, Richard.
You know, I saw this picture on the internet. It said only two kinds of people wear sunglasses indoors:
cool motherfuckers,
blind people and assholes.
Who? Black people and assholes?
And he's both. Because we know he be faking all them camping little trips that he be taking.
Right.
I can't think of the name of the song off top, but Ice Cube's got a song about wearing shades inside. So fuck y'all.
He has a song about it. Is it talking bad about people or good about people?
No,
like,
it's good about he talking about just keeping his motherfucking cool, and he high, so he trying to hide that from people. Yeah, which I always thought was kind of weird because he like rich and famous Ice Cube.
That would have been some good context.
Who's gonna get him to agree about being high?
You just shut up,
right?
Ice Cube got a song about sunglasses. I'm sure E40 does too. What the fuck is the song about?
So basically, they support me, is what I'm saying.
Hey, so Jesse, Charles, so one of us got to start playing in the shows from now on.
Yeah.
I mean, take a stab at it. Take a stab at it. If it's left up to me, we're gonna end up with moments like this, aren't we?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, if that's the case, look, we could actually let's see, where we at? 38 minutes. That's a pretty solid show. Huh?
Joe, so hold on. Did y'all niggas check out that Trey Songz video?
No.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't see it.
I saw that shit.
You saw that shit, Charles?
Yeah.
You can't pull it up.
Like I said, I don't even care about the story. That chokehold he put that motherfucker in was something crucial.
So what happened? What happened?
It was at the Chiefs game, and they said that apparently the story came out.
The last game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were like, some people were complaining that he didn't have his mask on or something, but there's video of him only taking it off to eat. But they sent security over to his area 3 times. And on the 3rd time, that's when shit popped off because the security guard tried to get him out. And that's when the scuffle broke out from what it looked like to me. And all you see is the officer. First, it seems like he has a hold of Trey, and then Trey somehow gets out, put that motherfucker in the Chuck Liddell fucking MMA chokehold, and it was curtains from there.
I'm trying to pull up the video.
No, you're good.
Let's see what we got here.
You gotta make it.
Yeah, make the video larger. There you go.
I think this is the end of it.
Oh, okay. So he was just moving his mask so he could eat.
Yeah.
And then was putting it back on.
Right.
So people was just basically fucking with him.
That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. But like I said, the video that I shared to Charles, he had that motherfucking cop yoked the fuck up.
I did the clip I saw
the fucked up thing
on the headline. He about to pop his head off.
At one point in time, you hear a chick in the back let him go, and you see Trey. He just kind of lift up, and you see the nigga adjust, and then fall right the fuck back down. Oh, this nigga's passing out.
Wow, even more. Wow. So they were just messing with
it did end up with him in jail though. So
you said they
I
did.
think the lesson learned here is don't be fighting cops. He got arrested.
He did get arrested.
No,
yeah.
You know what? Sometimes I ain't gonna say that on here. I'll leave it.
Somebody said, they don't like them chokeholds when they put on their asses.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, right, exactly. Oh, it's a bad look when that happens.
Right. I bet you they gonna revise that shit real quick now.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta remind them, take off that badge.
Right.
Take off that badge. Just go around the corner. I bet you I'm walking back.
I've heard about those cops before that will pull off a badge and go rounds with, some criminal and shit. And I'm somewhere between like it's wrong. Clearly, you a cop. You do your job. That's kind of fair. You throw a straight one. Make sure keep it even like that.
To me, if you're a cop and you play the tough guy role, and I tell you take off that badge, you really want to be a tough guy? Take off that badge. Put the gun down. Take off that badge.
You a civilian, my nigga.
You a civilian now. And when I whip your ass, don't arrest me because I whooped your ass.
Right.
The only thing is, what you would hate is if that fucking backfired and then you got your ass kicked by a cop.
That's the thing.
He shot you the fair one.
Exactly. That's my thing. He shot you the fair one. If you
I don't want to get my ass whipped by no cop. I would approach him like, take off that badge and leave.
Right.
Just take off the badge and leave.
Okay. So Johnny down the street whoops your ass. It's different than a cop whooping your ass and shooting you a fair one. No, it's still an ass whooping. An ass whooping is an ass whooping.
Much bigger risk.
Nigga, let me tell you something. If a cop shoots me the fair one, if a cop comes to me and he's like, hey, I'm gonna shoot you the fair one. I'm like, all right, bet, let's get this cracking. I'm gonna take my opportunity to beat the fuck out of him, because you're not gonna have any chance to be like, the cop riding down the street like, hey nigga, you see that cop right there? I dog walk the fuck out of his ass.
Dog walked him.
No.
You walk up to that cop like, hey bro,
had him by his collar and was walking him down the street, tagging him. Come on. I'm telling you, it's no different. I've won many fights. I've lost many fights. An ass whooping is an ass whooping no matter what.
Period.
Just because it's a cop don't mean anything.
Until it's a cop, until he puts that badge back on and don't like how much
that's
you whooped it.
That's the thing with the fair one. That's the thing with the fair one. You can't put the badge back on and then say you're under arrest because you whooped my ass. You take off.
Too much power. It's too much power.
There's a contract. You got to sign a contract before.
I feel like asking everyone now, would you fight a cop?
I would. In a heartbeat. And especially around here where we live, these cops act like
you way too cute about fighting a cop, bro. You are excited.
That's the thing. No, I'm not excited about fighting one. It's the whole thing of they're assholes around here, and they have that God complex, and they bully people. They really try to get that.
I'll give you that. Sure.
Me and D know that straight up.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, yo, take off the badge, run the fair one. If you can run the fair one, get your ass whooped, and you put that badge back on and you're like, it's good, I can respect you as a cop.
Absolutely.
But if you put the badge back on and now you're under arrest, no. Now we gotta go round two.
Right. We're going round two with the badge on.
That's the whole thing.
Charles, let me ask you.
And if I know I got you without the badge,
would you fight a cop under any circumstance?
You know what's
outside of basic survival? Would you just? Let me ask you this: would you challenge a cop to a fight?
Let me ask you this: what do you think that they do? Do you think they do like special martial arts training and shit like that?
No. The point isn't about getting your ass kicked. The point is about if you do get your ass kicked and then get arrested anyways, or you kick the cop's ass and get arrested.
I think you're missing what we're saying.
If they shoot you the fair one, there's no arrest that can be made.
I think the fair one is so far and few in between. It's 1 in 100 that the fair one actually exists. For every cop who takes his badge off, he's gonna arrest you after you beat his ass.
But see, that's the thing with Charles.
Charles arrest you after you beat his ass. He's gonna tase you, wipe his lip, and arrest your ass.
But that's the thing.
Get down, my dude.
That's the thing with Charles, though. Like, the several times I've been to Vegas, at least the ones on the strip, the cops been chill. I've seen fights break out on the strip, and the cops were like sitting there watching. You're watching.
Right. I mean,
that's PTSD right there. They just hoping not. They hope people don't challenge them to a fight. That's actually I get that.
They see the fight and be like, I hope them niggas stay across the street.
The whole thing with, I think the whole thing that you're missing, if it comes to me challenge you to a fade, you had to say something or do something out of pocket.
Period.
I thought you were the one that was supposed to sit there and be cool, calm, and collective the whole time. Not me. I'm the one that just had something done to me. I shouldn't have to be cool, calm, and collected, and you get to be the asshole. So if I'm challenging you to a fade, there's something that happened. Like now you're out of pocket.
I can't wait though for us to have JunqYard Gang where we let everybody know we running the fundraiser because our partner of the group got in trouble for beating up a cop. I went on the nigga can't see, but he beating up the cop.
We are holding a JunqYard Gang fundraiser.
No, you know,
arsonist thought that he was going to run a fair one with a cop.
Right.
He was absolutely incorrect.
Pieces of paper. We are trying to get this nigga. Right.
So on my record, there's a charge on my record for harassing a cop, and I do not, for the life of me, remember when
they just added it.
A fucking cop.
They just added that.
I'm like, nigga, if I harassed a cop, the charge wouldn't just be harassing a cop.
They walk across. I've literally heard my aunt is a cop. She literally told me one time, if you say something that a cop doesn't like, that's considered harassment.
Absolutely.
So I can sit there and be like, oh, fuck you, pig, something like that. And that's harassment right there. So you just said something, you could have said something out the blue to somebody else and you counted as harassment.
Oh, that's harassment.
Bro,
cool.
I'm
Looks like about to get an assault.
Every time they hit me with that, I just be like, who is this cop? Like, I want to meet this motherfucker. Like, when did I harass you, bro? Where was we at?
Yeah.
What happened? No. And what did I do to you that I got this fucking charge on my shit? Harassing. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like,
wait a minute.
You gonna charge me with that, listen, if you gonna charge me with that, I need you to
separate mystery charge.
Tell me exactly what I did. You know what's funny though? I think it's a white thing. It's a white thing, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you why I said that. I went to my son's school to go pick him up. The teacher comes up to me. Now his teacher's black. He was in another class where the teacher's white. The teacher who was black said, hey man, they said your son said the cuss word in class today. I'm like, okay, what cuss word did he say? She said they wouldn't tell me. I'm like, what the fuck type of shit is that? Now,
is that how you said it?
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck type of shit is that? How am I supposed to address him if you guys won't tell me what he says? Because then you're leaving them chances to lie to me about what he said to you. So what she said, he used the profanity. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I had to get on Google and check this shit out. So
I'm like, y'all just
like,
tell
what the fuck is a profanity? So I'm like, did they say this in front of you? She's like, no, he wasn't in my class. He was in so and so class. I'm like, but she didn't tell you what he said? She was like, no. I'm like, and you guys communicate like this? Like, because I'm looking like, so how does a teacher report to you that a kid said something, but she won't tell you what he said? Hey, that kid used profanity. What did he say? He used profanity.
He used profanity.
What?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, that's it. What did you say? It's like, I said, shut up. I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, so.
No, you're right.
So
I've been through this.
So I had to get on Google, like, what is profanity? Like, does shut up, fit under the category of profanity? And if he says shut up, why can't you say that's what he said? Because to me, I feel like they're trying to make it sound a little more extreme than what it is. He said shut up, but you won't say he said shut up. You're saying he said profanity. Now, anybody else who hears profanity, they're thinking fuck, motherfucker, you know. That's what I think profanity is.
Like, I'm telling you, so, get used to it. Get used to it. Get used to it. Up to what? Sean's turns 20 this year. He graduated last year or something like that.
Damn, B, did you just say 20?
Right, nigga?
Damn.
Up until his senior up until his senior year, I was getting calls about stupid stuff, and they can't tell you exactly what they did or what they said. So I'm like, yo, why in the fuck are you calling me then? Why are you calling me?
Right, like that shit is retarded. Like that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah,
you know, and I just want to accept no shit like that. You know, you ain't gonna come to me like, oh, your son said something, nigga. What did he say?
Yeah,
you know, don't tell me he said profanity.
Like he was getting bullied. He was getting bullied on a bus, and I told him, I was like, you know, cuss him out. If he hits you, hit him back. The normal things a parent will say. They pulled him off the bus, and it was like he was cussing on the bus. He was doing this and he was doing that, and I was like, what did the other kid do? Well, we can't tell you what he did. Well, my kid acted accordingly because I told him how to act. So the other kid was cussing. The other kid was doing this.
Well. Yeah, man, they've been trying to suppress again. I had a situation where he got into, you know, there's another kid who was bullying him. He would constantly hit him, but Nasir was not, you know, when it tells, and I always tell him, hey man, listen, when something's happening, they're always gonna blame you.
Yeah.
Okay. Especially if it's you and somebody else that does not look like you. So if something is happening, I need you to go to the teacher and just say, "Hey, man, this is what the fuck is going on. Don't try to handle that shit by yourself. You know, none of that shit, because you know, I don't want them to, you know."
Yeah.
you know, I mean, now I'm telling him that as he grows older, that's gonna change.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
But this is what happened. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
Oh, okay. So Nasir, he got into what he did was, because he could not get the anger out, they were doing writing in the class, and my son wrote, "I hate so and so is a motherfucking nigga." And the next time
he expressed himself.
And he said, and the next time this motherfucker put his hands on me, I'm going to fuck him up. This is what this nigga wrote on the paper. You know, so his mom is like, you know, and then he said, "I hate him."
Wow.
Hell no.
He expressed himself through writing.
Exactly. So to me, it's like, again, there's no justice when shit happens, because they're always just trying to put it, you know, on the treatment just of African American kids in the school system is just fucking ridiculous, right? And I'm starting to learn that shit myself.
They're just kids. Their worst deed is not the worst thing in the world. They're just kids. They're gonna make fucking mistakes and have these little problems. But like you said, how they kind of yuck it up and make it sound like it's a way bigger deal than what it actually is. You know, not even explaining to you that he said "shut up" instead of saying. Or saying that he did he said a swear word or whatever. He used profanity.
Oh, you know what's funny? But there was a time when Nasir said, "Oh, what you said was gay," and they were able to. Oh, yeah, he said what you said was gay. Okay, if you can tell me that, why can't you tell me that he said "shut up"?
Yeah. Yeah. And if we're being honest, saying something is gay is a lot worse nowadays than somebody shut up.
I might want to say something about that before I just. Oh, he said.
Right. I have to go to decide. Like, bro, you cannot say that.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be at school. You know, just let everybody be who they are, or they'll stop the statements. Please. You know.
Okay, so you on Twitter once you're 13, 14. You don't need that happening. Okay.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about that, Charles, you were saying something about Nasir being bullied, right?
Right.
So Jesse was going through the same thing, right? And I don't motherfucking play. I don't raise. He's a motherfucking soldier already. I look the other night. Noah had done something, and I was trying to figure out who did it. This lets you know which one of them is fucking riders to the end. Noah did it, and I'm not trying to figure out who did it, and I'm like, Jesse, who messed up this thing over here? He looks at me, he's like, Dad, I don't even know who did that. Knowing damn well, I know he knows who did it. But he's not gonna tell me. He's like, Dad, I don't know who did it. I don't know who did it. I said, Noah, who did that over? He was like, Jesse. Jesse was like, nope, I didn't do it, Dad. He said, but I'm not gonna tell you who did it. So, and that was that. I was like, okay. I said, okay, I can rock with that, right?
He said, I'm not a snitch, but there's only two options.
Right. I know that.
So on this bullying thing, right? So there was the whole how y'all were saying that the teachers wouldn't tell you anything or anything.
Right.
So one day I go, and I've gotten pretty close with me and the principal are pretty cool. And he pulls me aside and he's like, Jesse, we had a little incident with Jesse earlier today. I'm like, oh yeah, what you mean? He's like, well, there were two kids in the bathroom and one of them walked out with a bloody nose. I said, oh. I said, okay, so what happened? He said, well, Jesse came out. He was pretty irate. He said, but the other two couldn't tell me what happened. I said, oh, so one of them left with a bloody nose, but neither one of those two could tell you what happened. And he's like, yeah. I said, well, I could figure out what happened. I'm pretty sure we could both figure out what happened. And I said, Jesse's been bullied for a while. And I told him, we don't do that shit. So the next time you get bullied, you let him know who the fuck you are. And that's what he did. And after that, Jesse never got bullied again, straight up.
That's what I had to tell my kids too. Like, once you sit there and you show the bully that you ain't taking any shit, they'll stop.
Absolutely.
In fact, they'll stop picking on everybody after that first punch is swung. Like, and like the principal and the teacher, you don't do that. You don't tell your kids to fight. Well, if they're sitting there getting smacked around themselves, you better fight. If you don't fight, if you don't fight them, you're fighting Dad when you come
right.
I always used to get in fights all the time in middle school and elementary. That was my name of the game. I fucking fought all the time. I almost didn't make it into fucking high school because of how much I was fighting in middle school. But in 6th grade, I went to Hoyt over on the east side, and there was this kid who looked like he was 30. Still a fucking 8th grader, and he was the bully of all. This kid was
you get a lot of those nowadays.
Everybody. He even pulled a shirt over one kid's head and started pounding on his face, and blood was like splattering through the shirt.
He was a pro.
Dog. That's what I said. I was like, okay, well, this kid clearly gets paid to do this. This motherfucker got a job beating us up.
He gets paid to do this.
And I never had a run. I almost had my turn. I almost got my ass whooped by this dude. But luckily, we're coming in. I stayed away from him specifically. He's one of them guys, if you look at him, he's ready to beat you up. This motherfucker see me coming down the hallway.
I
kind of keep further skewed to the right, like, oh God, here come this crazy motherfucker.
Like, this nigga looking at me. Oh shit.
Right. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. And he looks at me like, what up, kid? And I'm like, and he's like, what'd you say? And I'm like, oh my God. And he's like leaning over me like this. And I'm like, what? And luckily, I just turned to the left and we're standing right in front of the principal's office. Big glass wall, bunch of fucking adults looking dead at us.
And you just started fighting right there.
No,
I just went at it.
And left me the fuck alone and kept walking.
After the first swing,
I almost got the teacher been in 5
seconds. Exactly.
See, the thing is, I've been in a bunch of fights, but like the ones that I lost, I've gotten jumped in. That's it. I can handle myself the one-on-one, That's easy. But when you got somebody that snuffs you from behind, that's a different ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not afraid. That was my whole problem, even up until an adult. Like my whole thing was, I was never afraid to fight anybody. I didn't
Yeah, I
care.
was never afraid to fight anybody, but I definitely was not going to volunteer to get my ass kicked.
Right.
For sure. Yeah, they get smacked in faces with shirts
bro,
over their head.
let me tell you.
Check it. The craziest moment I've been in out here in Iowa City was back in the way back when I first moved out here. I was working at Access Direct when it was out here, and there was a cat named John Tay that I used to fuck with, and he had this. He used to drive this. He had a Buick, and it was on 22s, and I used to drive this motherfucker around. We took it downtown, right? And after a certain point, this dude was like, he's probably like the size, Abby size, right? Like short. And he just, when he got drunk, he liked to fight. And so, nigga, we step out. Right. We step out. Right. We step out into the, you know how downtown Iowa City, if y'all remember, it has like the brick and it's like just this big old area where everybody spills out into.
Yeah.
Nigga, I hear somebody call my name and I turn around and I forget that he's with me. He walks away and then I turn around and I just see him fucking swing on somebody. Bah! And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? He turns around and he's like, and then like 5 of this dude's buddies are just like fucking, they start jumping him. And so I'm getting in this bitch and I'm pulling the fuck off. I'm like, nigga, we got to get the fuck out of here before police get involved in this motherfucker. We got to go. And so then 2 other cats that he knows comes running up and they're like, no, fuck this. I'm like, no, we got to get the fuck out of here. This is the only whip we got, and I'm not walking no motherfucking where. So I drag him the fuck up out of here. As I'm dragging his little ass, he's still pulling away, fucking throwing fucking haymakers at everybody. I'm like, nigga, you have got to stop.
Quit hitting people.
Right, nigga, we made it out there.
My God.
We made it out of there. The next day, he calls me. He's like, Jazz, I don't even know what the fuck happened, bro. I'm like, you serious? I said, you was out there. You probably knocked like 3 niggas out. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. He's like, my whole left side is fucked up, nigga. Yeah, that shit was wild.
There's been plenty of times, too, I've almost pulled like Jesse into fights. There was times we were sitting at the mall. We were sitting at the mall, and I'm not going to use any names, but there was a dude talking to somebody that Jesse used to talk to, and
this nigga, man,
he was flirting with her, and I'm like, Jesse, if you want to, I'll pop it off right now. I'll do it.
Man, we should have got it cracking.
Jesse was sitting back. He was thinking about it. He was like, no, don't do it. I'm like, yo, I'll go up there and I'll just snuff him right now. Just give me the words.
Because I remember, I remember he used to do the same shit to you. Yeah, he used to do that shit, but that nigga used to get away with doing that shit to a lot of niggas. I'm telling you.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's a good spot to stop here for the day. Got my dinner ready. My doggy got to go take a poop.
Hey, make sure you eat your dinner with them glasses on, nigga.
Hey, make sure you suck a dick.
He gonna be stabbing the plate.
Turn the moon up in your room.
You know, I thought about it the other day when you did the promo for that, and you were like, big titties. And then you said something to Danny, and she was like, fuck off, Derek. I was like, oh, that would be a good sign off for the show.
Right,
the end of the show, fuck off, Derek.
That would be dope.
I might add an ending sign off on every show. Fuck off, Derek.
Just have her redo it. Say it clear into the mic.
Right.
BJ fucked up this episode. So last chance, BJ. Last fucking chance, or we all want to whoop your ass. Next episode, get it together.
Of course, he can't blame himself.
But
Hey,
let me tell you this. The blind nigga can still get it in. Come get this money.
Nigga said these hands still connect.
Useless hands.
No, for real. Next Friday I have surgery, so I don't think I'm gonna make it to Sunday show. I'm not for sure yet, but I'll let y'all know.
I'm gonna be out of town anyway, so it'll be a couple of weeks as it is from here. So,
hey, matter of fact, next Sunday is
Super Bowl. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Might as well cancel that.
Yeah, we're good. Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. I wasn't gonna make it anyway.
What's the Super Bowl?
Is your face, the moon on your face.
It's really like a big bowl.
It's the place where everyone gets together to come and understand how much we all hate you. Just a big stadium.
Right.
Big stadium.
But I'm glad I'm keeping you busy, baby. I'm glad I'm keeping
and it usually happens at night. You know, we're usually under your light bright ass, the moon, right now.
Right.
And you illuminate the arena and let us play the game.
Outside of these,
baby.
Moon rays.
Sun the moon down on your face, bro.
No, but that's right. Let me know. Let me know what's up.
All right, take it easy.
All right,
see y'all later. All right, peace.
Bye, nigga. Okay. JunqYard gang.